Hello, this is me Iramgul and you are watching Chem Tracks by IGM. In our previous lecture, we have done detailed discussion on active cellular transport. Today we are going to discuss passive cellular transport. Basically, the passive cellular transport or passive transport is the passive process of transport in which cell requires no energy for transporting of material like small molecules of water, carbon dioxide and oxygen. The movement of molecule is random. Molecule move across a concentration gradient that is from an area of higher concentration to the area of lower concentration. There are three main types of passive transport. One is diffusion. Second is facilitative diffusion or diffusion with the help of transport proteins. And the third one is osmosis or diffusion of water or diffusion of any liquid material across the cell membrane. Diffusion is basically the net movement of molecules or ions from the region or area of their higher concentration to the area or region of the lower concentration. It being a passive process doesn't require energy for transportation. Molecules have their own kinetic energy which makes them move about randomly. As a result of diffusion, molecules reach an equilibrium state, concentration on both sides become same or equal, whereafter there is no net movement of molecule from either side. Molecules that diffuse through the cell membrane like oxygen, carbon dioxide and water. Oxygen is a non-polar so diffuses very quickly. Carbon dioxide is polar but very small so diffuse quickly. Water is polar but also very small so it can also diffuses very quickly across the cell membrane. The second process or the second type of passive transport is facilitated diffusion. Large polar molecules such as glucose and amino acid cannot diffuse across the phospholipid bilayer, that is basically the plasma membrane or cell membrane. Also, ions such as sodium and chloride cannot pass. These molecules pass through protein channels instead of the simple plasma membrane pores. Diffusion through these channels is called as facilitated diffusion. Movement of molecule is still passive just like the ordinary diffusion. The only difference is the molecules go through a protein channel instead of passing between the phospholipid pores. So again, they are moving from the area of higher concentration to the area of lower concentration. But in this type of diffusion, they uses some protein channels or protein carrier molecules. Molecules will randomly move through the opening like pore by diffusion. This requires no energy. It is a passive process. Molecules move from an area of high concentration to the area of low concentration. Diffusion of specific particle across the cell membrane occurs through the transport protein found in the membrane. Transport protein are specific. They select only certain molecules to cross the membrane. Transport larger or charged molecules, or they can transport charge or larger molecules that cannot simply pass through the pores present in the plasma or the cell membrane or the phospholipid bilayer. So these particles or these type of material is passes across the membrane by using some protein carrier or protein channel. So this diffusion is called as facilitated diffusion. Now you can see the high concentration of molecules are outside the membrane, and where the protein channel or protein carrier is present, some specific molecules can move through these protein carriers and protein channel where they are in lower concentration. So this is basically the pictorial representation of facilitated diffusion. Next is osmosis. Osmosis is the spontaneous net movement of solvent molecules through a selectively permeable membrane into a region of high solute concentration in the direction that tends to equalize the solute concentration on the two sides. Again, osmosis is basically the movement of solvent or water molecule or liquid molecule from area of high solute concentration to the area of low solute concentration. It may also be used to describe a physical process in which any solvent moves across a selectively permeable membrane or permeable to solvent but not the solute, separating two solutions of different concentration. Osmosis is a vital process in biological systems as biological membranes are semi-permeable. In general, these membranes are impermeable to large and polar molecules such as ions, proteins, and polysaccharides, while being permeable to nonpolar or hydrophobic molecules like lipid as well as to small molecules like that are basically the nonpolar like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and nitric oxide. So this is basically the osmosis, and the passive transport is basically just the movement of molecule without using any energy. It is a, you can say, it is a random movement of molecule from one place to another or from area of higher concentration to the area of lower concentration. So they don't require any type of energy. And passive transport include simple diffusion, facilitated diffusion, and osmosis. In all three cases, molecules move from their higher concentration or their region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. In simple diffusion, molecules just move randomly across the concentration gradient. They don't use any type of carrier or like channel, while in case of facilitated diffusion, molecules use protein channels and protein carriers for the movement. And again, the movement of molecule is across the concentration gradient from the area of higher concentration to the area of lower concentration. Similarly, osmosis is the same procedure, but in case of osmosis, the solvent or liquid molecule move across the concentration gradient, and they are moving from the area of their higher solute concentration to the area of lower solute concentration. So this is the brief introduction of passive transport and their three types and the differences. You can see the osmosis of any solution across the superpermeable or semi-permeable cell membrane. Molecules or water molecules or any solution molecule or liquid molecule moves from the area of their higher concentration to the area of their low solute concentration. So this is my today's lecture. I hope you will like and you will enjoy my lecture. Keep watching and keep visiting my channel. Subscribe my channel and share it with your friends and fellows. Thank you.